So let's begin as we normally do with a comfortable sitting position. You can place one heel in towards the perineum and the other heel right in front of the first heel. That is a possibility for how you can sit with the legs crossed. But if there's another way, you can find another way. And then just lean forward and lean back a little bit. And see if through leaning and forward and leaning back, you can find where center is. Make any small adjustments to your feet or your legs until you feel settled. And then take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Again, deep inhale and slow exhale. And as you exhale, think of releasing any stresses, unwanted tensions or conversations. Feel all of the stress leaving the body. As you tune into your breath and allow breath to wash away all tension physically and mentally. Tune into the base of the spine, the pelvis, the pelvic bones. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you, beneath your sit bones and legs. And let yourself be held or supported by the earth. Bring your awareness to the abdomen, the area of your navel. Feel movement of breath in the abdomen. You might notice a movement outward and inward around your belly. Bring your awareness to your rib cage. See if you can feel your rib cage move in all directions as you breathe. Bring your awareness to the chest, upper back, the shoulders. Feel your lungs expand into the chest and into the back and towards your armpits. Relax your shoulders, your elbows, your palms. Feel even your fingers and thumbs. Bring your awareness and attention to your throat and your neck. Feeling a sense of openness in your throat. Bring your awareness into the middle of your brain, just behind the front of the forehead. Just pause as you feel the facial muscles relax, the eyes and the eyelids relax. Become aware of breath through the nostrils. And we'll stay here for just a few more moments, feeling our inner body. And then as you're ready, gently opening the eyes. And let's look up to the sky. And then drop the chin down to the chest. Move at your own pace. And then coming back into center and twisting the neck. You can go gently and move at your own pace. Moving from side to side. Working out any kinks in your neck. And then the movement of tipping the head over. One ear towards the shoulder. Stretching the side of the neck. Sometimes when we sleep, there can be a little bit of stiffness in the neck when we wake up in the morning. And now allowing for a circular movement. And let your eyes also be part of the movement. Meaning that you're looking in the direction that you are moving. We'll reverse the circle. And come back into a neutral position for the head. And now we're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears, down and away from the ears. Continuing to move with your breathing. Up to the ears on the inhale, down and away on the exhale. Good. Next, we're going to bring our elbows, forearms, and palms together. If they don't reach together, that's okay. They come towards one another. Our elbows are at the height of the shoulders. On the inhale, we're going to open the elbows wide. On the exhale, we're going to press the elbows and palms together. And if they don't touch, not to worry. Inhale, open wide. Exhale together. A few times with your breath. One more time. And relax your arms. Bring your hands behind you. You might be able to be on your fingertips. Some of you might be able to lean into the palms. If you can't quite reach the floor comfortably, you might want to have a pillow. Maybe there's a pillow behind you that you can lean into. What we're going to do is we're going to draw the shoulders back and lift the heart up to the sky. So we're just lifting the chest and drawing the shoulders back. Take a few big breaths into the top of the lungs. And then come back. Bring your arms back to center. We're going to do some movements for the wrist. So bring your arms out in front. We're going to point the fingers up to the sky and then point the fingers down to the earth. Up to the sky, down to the earth. Feel this movement in your wrist and forearms. We want to make the connection between the movement and what we feel in the muscles. One more time, up and down. And then relax. And now we're just going to shake things out. We're going to shake out our hands, our fingers, our wrists, our forearms, our elbows. You can shake out your shoulders, shake your torso a little bit, shake your elbows. Just start to shake things out, loosen things up. Get the blood flow circulating. And then pause, close your eyes, and feel the tingling sensation of blood flowing through your arms and upper part of the body. So now we're going to move into hips. So let's start with the feet in front, leaning back into the hands, feet wide apart, and moving the knees from one side to the other. They might move the full range or maybe part way. And then we'll come back to center Bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly. And press your feet together. See if you can like push them in towards one another. So they're the feet, as if you have your hands pressing together, your feet are pressing together as you move the knees up and down. Feel the outer part of your hip. Feel into your inner thighs. And now we're going to extend our left leg. And we're going to hold on to our right foot. Some of you might be able to get your right hand underneath of the right calf muscle, as if you're cradling your leg, or you might just hold on to the foot. And then we're going to move that hip from side to side, getting a little deeper into the hip joint, the right hip joint. You can even make a circular movement if you prefer, instead of side to side. And then we're going to allow the foot to come against the left thigh. So your right foot is pressing against your left thigh. We're going to reach the left arm up to the sky. On the exhale, we're going to bend forward and then just let the hand fall wherever it falls. And move your right knee up and down. So this is half butterfly. You can allow your right knee to relax. Reach the left arm back upward towards the sky as we stretch the back muscles and spine. And then relax the left arm. So now we switch sides. We extend our right leg. We hold on to our left foot. And we make a movement from side to side. If you prefer, it can be a circular movement. Feeling into your left hip. So next, we're going to place the left foot against the right thigh. Reach the right arm up to the sky. So we're stretching the spine and the back muscles. On the exhale, we're going to lean forward and let the arm fall wherever it falls. And then move the left knee up and down in half butterfly. Let the left knee relax. Reach the right arm up to the sky so you're getting long through your back and spine. Relax your right arm. So now let's come on to the hands and knees. I'm just going to make sure that everyone is muted here. I can hear some sound coming through. Great. So coming on to the hands and knees, I find sometimes my knees get a little sensitive. So if you need some cushioning. Always nice to have some blankets or towels nearby. Rounding the spine as you exhale the breath. Inhale, looking upward to the sky. Even the eyes looking upward. Move at your own pace. When you exhale the breath, also engage your abdomen and draw your abdomen in. We're going to do some twisting movements next. So one more time, rounding and extending. So now we'll come into a neutral position. I'm going to walk my right hand forward and slide my left arm and shoulder through. Now, if it doesn't reach the ground, you can add a pillow so that you can lay on your left shoulder and the left side of the head, coming into a twist. You can bring your right hand beside your face to help support you. If you're feeling adventurous, you can reach the right arm upward to the sky to increase the twist. It's hard to breathe in this position, but that's part of where we gain strength in the diaphragm, which is working against gravity and working against the twist. If you need to come out earlier, you can. If not, 2 more breaths in our twist here. If your arm is up, you'll bring it back beside the face. We're going to press into the hand, unwind from the twist, and round the spine. Breathing into a rounded spine. And then come into a back bend and breathe into the back bend. So now we'll come into neutral. I'm just going to switch sides so that I'm still facing you. You can see what I'm doing. The left hand will reach forward. The right arm and shoulder slide through. If it doesn't make it, you add some cushioning so that you can rest your shoulder and the side of the face on something. Your left hand can be beside the face. If you're feeling adventurous, up towards the sky. Continuing to focus on your breath. And then we can bring the hand back right beside the face to press into the hand, unwind from the twist, round the spine, exhale the breath, extend the spine, take a deep breath in, and then sink back towards the heels and rest. So now we'll roll up into sitting. And we're going to extend both legs in front of us for another twist. So that one, the twist in cat really focused on the upper back twisting. Now we're going to focus more on lower back twisting. So I'm going to bend my right knee and bring it across my left leg and make sure that the whole foot can be on the floor. So it might have to be below the knee, or you might be able to bring it above the knee, but the whole foot is on the ground. Take a deep breath in and get nice and tall. Then we're going to turn and twist to the left side. So my left hand comes behind me and my right hand can come on the inside of my right leg to help create this twist. And I'm looking over my left shoulder, and even my eyes are looking back towards the left side. This also twists the upper back, but you might also feel it around the abdomen. And then we'll unwind and come to the other side. So now my left foot, my knee bends, and I bring it across my right leg. My whole foot is on the floor. And now I'm going to get nice and tall with the spine, so really extending upward. And then I'm going to bring my right hand behind me, left hand against the leg, and turn to the right side. And even looking towards the right with my eyes. See if you can feel the twist from your belly. And then unwind and come back to center. So now let's work on our back bending, back strengthening. So let's come on to the front of the body. And we'll start with palm on top of palm, forehead down, and breathing and relaxing the back muscles, the backs of the legs. Breathing into the back of your body. So now we're going to bring the arms beside the body, palms facing down, chin or forehead on the ground. On the inhale, the whole body is going to lift. So you're contracting the backs of the legs, the buttocks, all of the back muscles contracting to lift you. And then on the exhale, you release and relax all of the muscles. Take a few breaths and then continue. Just move at your own pace. You're going to lift and lower at your own pace. Next time you lift, we can stay here for a few breaths. And then completely release and relax. We're going to do a variation. We're going to keep our legs on the ground and just work with the upper back. Interlock your hands. Palms can come towards one another. And now your arms are going to lift you up. Lift the chest, lift the head, press your shoulder blades together. Continue to stay here and breathe as long as you can. When you're ready to come down, you can. Try it once or twice more. Again, you're going to hold for as long as you're able. You're not holding the breath. You're breathing throughout the position. and relax when you're ready. So next we're going to come into a back bend. Let's practice our cobra position. Hands under the shoulders. Instead of using the hands and the arms, we're going to press the pelvis into the floor and really engage the buttocks as you lift. Lower on the exhale. Try that a few times where you press your pelvis into the floor, engaging the buttocks to help you lift. And lower. One more time. Good, and now we're gonna press back to the heels, resting in child's pose. Now we're gonna come into a flow or a movement of postures that are linked together. So we're gonna lift up onto our knees, reach the palms together, reaching upward. And then we're gonna bring the hands down, coming onto the hands and knees, rounding the spine, and coming into a back bend. Then we're gonna walk the hands forward, shift our weight forward in a half push-up position, lower onto the front of the body, come into cobra position. You can hold cobra a little bit longer, or you can just do it with your breath. And then we bring the head and chest down and press back into child's pose. So the movements again, we come onto our knees, palms together, reaching upward, hands down, rounding the spine, coming into one round of cat pose, coming into a neutral position for the spine as we walk the hands forward, shifting into a half push-up position where you can feel the weight on your hands as you lower down. Coming into cobra. And back towards the heels. And again, we'll do it twice more. Up on the knees, palms together. Cat pose, one round. A half push-up position. Feeling the strength in your arms before you lower onto the front of the body. Coming into cobra. Sinking back towards your heels. And one more time. And once you're in child's pose, rest here for a few moments. And roll up into sitting. Excuse me. So next we're going to work on our lunge position. And I need to have something soft underneath my knees. So we're going to step forward with our right foot. So we're going to start today with both hands on the inside of your right foot. Make sure your right knee is not leaning outward, but you can press it in towards your right arm. And we're not looking down, dropping the head, but we're aligning the head with the rest of the spine. If it's too far, if the ground is too far away, you can come onto your fists or use some support underneath of the hands. And let's stay here for a few breaths as we stretch the thighs and the legs, the hip flexor. So we're going to now bring that right hand on the outside of the right foot. You're going to slide your left knee forward, and that's going to make it easier. Step forward. Dangling the upper body, dangling the arms, head relaxed in our forward bend. Take a few deep breaths. Now we're going to step back with the right leg. Right knee down, both hands on the inside of your left foot. You can always come onto your fists or use some support. Head in line with the rest of the spine. And really trying to lean into this lunge that stretches so many different parts of the legs. So now our left hand comes to the outside of the left foot, and then we step back and into child's pose. And roll up. So now we're going to build on this sequence, adding a little more strength and more variation. So let's step forward with the left foot this time. And this time, we're going to keep the torso upright, which requires core strength. Hands can rest on your left knee. A lot more strength required in this position. Eye gaze steady. Both stretch and strength involved in this lunge position. So now bring that hand down as you slide your right knee forward and step forward. Now we're in a forward fold. Take a few deep breaths. This time we're going to roll up into standing. Draw your abdomen in, and this supports the back as you roll up. Once you come up, reach your arms upward to the sky. Bring your palms together. Stretch the whole body. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward, coming back into our forward bend, arms dangling, head relaxing. And we step back with the left foot, left leg, left knee down. And coming with both hands on the right knee. Feeling the stretch and the strength of being in a lunge. Eyes steady, breath steady. You can bring your hands down as you step back into child's pose and rest for a few moments. So now coming up into kneeling and sitting. We're going to do this twice more, this flow. We're going to continue to build on it. So let's step forward with the right foot. This time, we're going to bring the palms together, first finger and thumbs together, the rest of the hands interlock, and reach upward. Notice how this orients the pose differently. Now we're oriented upward rather than on the legs. Just continue to breathe and hold this position. And now coming back down, you can slide your left knee forward if you need as you step forward. Just like we did before, we're going to take a deep inhale and exhale. Draw the abdomen in and roll up through the spine. Reach your arms upward, interlock, first finger and thumb together. Stretch long and tall. Feel how this really orients the pose upward. Now we're going to fold forward. All the way down. Right leg steps back, knee comes down. And just like we did before, palms together, interlock, first finger and thumb reaching together as we reach upward. And then we'll bring the hands down and step back into child's pose to rest. And roll up into sitting. We're going to do this one more time, so we do an equal number on both sides in terms of the stepping forward and stepping back. So our left foot steps forward. This time, we're going to hold onto each elbow with each palm and draw the shoulders back. And notice how that lifts the heart, creating a little bit of a back bend for the upper part of the back. And then bring the hands down, step it forward into a forward fold. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Draw the abdomen in and roll up into standing. Paying attention to your spine and the back. Reaching your arms upward, interlocking first finger and thumb together as you reach upward. And then folding forward. And stepping back with your left leg, knee down. And holding on to each elbow with each palm. And then draw the shoulders back and feel how this lifts the heart. And then bring the hands down and let's step back into child's pose. And roll up into sitting. We're going to do boat pose. We haven't done boat pose in a while. So come towards the front of your mat. Hold on to the backs of your knees. Make sure that you're not rounding in your spine. Your spine is straight, so you might need to draw your body forward a little bit and then lean back. Now you can stay here, or you can bring your heels to the height of the knees. Lots of strength in the deep muscles of the core. You might want to release your hands, or you can keep them. You can hold on to the legs. And then release. So let's continue to do boat pose. I'd like you to work with your own endurance and capacity, and that might be different than mine. So we're all going to work within our capacity, coming into and out of boat pose, and whichever variation suits you. Boat pose really is so good for the deep muscles that not only are part of your core and support the organs, but also support the spine and good posture. So rest, and let's find our way to lying down on the back. Boat pose exercises the lower part of the core muscles. There's so many different layers of core and abdominal muscles. The next one we'll do is really to exercise a different layer of muscles. Let's interlock the hands behind the head. Point the elbows up to the sky. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, contract the abdomen and lift your head forward and gaze at your navel. And on the inhale, head down. On the exhale, lift. Continue, just at your own pace, a few times. And then relax. I'd like to elevate the pelvis and legs. So if you have something firm, you can grab a pillow or cushion, preferably something a little firm, and place it underneath of the pelvis. Your knees are bent. And then allow your legs to extend upward to the sky. Now your legs can be apart. I like to lean my legs into one another. Your arms can be beside you, or they can be up overhead. We're going to stay in this position for about 2 minutes. This will allow for blood to flow from the legs and feet towards the heart. It will nourish the brain and the upper organs and glands. And slow and relaxed breathing. This is a very restful pose. You can also do it with the wall supporting you. And it's a nice pose to do at the end of a long day, especially if you've done a lot of walking or you've been on your feet a lot. We're going to count 5 more breaths. And after the 5th breath, you can allow your feet to touch the earth again. Bring the arms back beside you if they're up overhead. Remove any cushioning and support from underneath of the pelvis and rest the pelvis down. And just give the body a few moments to rest and re-establish neutral. We'll bring the knees to the chest and gently roll on our back from one side to the other. We're going to end with an inverted squat. Squatting is really good for the pelvic organs. And it's also really good for the back muscles, especially the low part of the back. So spread your knees and feet apart. Flip your feet up to the sky. You can hang on to the backs of the knees and draw the knees apart. Some of you might prefer to hold on to the toes or the outer edges of your feet. And slow, deep breathing. Take 3 deep breaths. And then let's release our feet to the floor, and you're going to find a comfortable position to lie down. And that might mean adding a pillow underneath of the head or a bolster underneath of the knees. Close your eyes and feel the support of Mother Earth beneath you, solid and steady. as if you can lean into her embrace. The sky above you, vast and open. The air and space all around you. Visualize being outside in your favorite season. Notice the smell of the air. Sounds that you can hear of the animals and insects. And feel a light streaming into your body. Breathing in the light of the spring sun or summer sun. Breathing in light. Each cell and pore of your body. Breathing in light. You feel content, relaxed, and at ease. It's time now to come back to your body in the room that you're in. Feeling the sky above and the earth beneath you. And the space all around you. And take a few deeper breaths in. And begin to wake up your toes and your fingers. Move into your ankles and wrists. stretch your limbs. Stretch the spine and the back muscles. And then release. And then gently roll onto one side and come up to our starting seated position. And take a moment just to register how it feels on the inside. And let's dedicate our practice to all those people who can't practice. Maybe they live in situations that are oppressive, or through poverty or illness. They're not able to practice, and we can dedicate our efforts to them. And thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday morning. And hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much, Farah.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry I was late.